So the political leaders, they should have their own designated roles in terms of law, in terms of legislators, MPs. They shouldn't involved in local governance, and the local government should work. I mean, the allocation of funds that should go to the local government directly, not through the MPs. So I think that should be the goal, to decentralize the work and decentralize the power. Through that, we can reduce the corruption. We can actually empower the people. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. It's Shahalam Bukshi. Let me introduce myself first. I did my master's from Dhaka University in Applied Physics and Electronics. Then I joined administration cadre as magistrate. Then I was deputy commissioner in 2 districts. Then I retired as secretary. I was kept OSD for long 8 years, and I retired as OSD. I was economic minister in Saudi Arabia Embassy of Bangladesh. I have only one suggestion. It was a very good presentation and quite a lot suggestions given in my panel discussions. I think some change or some update or some change in curriculum should be made in the education sector from the very beginning of the education system, I mean from the primary education system. If the curriculum is updated for the Islamic curricula, I think should be included in the education, and it should be made so that the students be grown with the Islamic education, Islamic etiquettes, etc. That's all. Thank you very much.
Assalamu alaikum and good morning. I'm engineer Niyama Islam, an electrical consultant at private firm and joint secretary of Sammilito Nari Prayash. In my work, I focus on improving the quality of local development projects through accurate planning, technical transparency, and responsible service delivery. As an engineer, I believe good governance at the local level depends on reliable infrastructure, clear information, and honest decision making. Our role is to support these values by ensuring that every project is safe, efficient, and beneficial for the community. Thank you.
With that, we end the remark section of the panel discussion. Can we invite some questions from the audience? Yes, sir? Yes. Yep.
Hello, Mr. Dewan, presenter, thank you for a good presentation. I have questions. Why our local government could not be effective so far? You did not mention it. We have many local governments in the last 54 years after independence, but why they couldn't be effective? Though they are run by elected local government representative. Second, how local representatives' accountability can be ensured? Okay. We know that we are suffering from poverty and unemployment. But local government cannot play a role in reducing poverty and generating employment.
অল্পের মধ্যে দিয়েন, এত ডিটেইলসে যায় না।
Moreover, they cannot generate resources, local resources. But there are scopes, opportunities to generate local resources. But local government became ineffective in this area. You know that our people's problem lies with their illiteracy.
Thank you.
And 60% of their income are spent on health. But local government cannot do anything. Why? Where there is deficiency? Your presentation did not point out this. Please.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for the questions. Maybe there are some opinions as well. So thank you very much. Actually, your first question was related to the non-functionality of local government for the last 54 years, isn't it? So I think that you will share with me that local government has not been given due authority to function properly. Be it at the local level or at the central level. At the local level, they are facing the problem of resources and the trained manpower. And at the central level, there is an attitude that if the adequate resources are pumped to the local economy or the local government level, then corruption will be rampant. This false argument, on the basis of this false argument, the central level people are not inclined to give them the full authority. But it is true that corruption can be handled easily if the system is in place. So I think that it is the political mindset and the decision of the political masters that what will be the structure and the functions and the authority and the independence of the local authorities or the local government institutions. If it is politically decided and consensus is arrived, then I think the local government will be in a position to function properly and they will become capable of handling the affairs of the local people very effectively. Thank you very much.
The next question, please.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is A.K.M. Saidat Hussain, but I'm from Algeria Embassy in Bangladesh. My question is, if you from the government, how would your fiscal policies, such as the changing in the tax rate, public spending, and help maintenance macroeconomic stability, and what the effect they have on the inflation, in unemployment, and the economic growth? Thank you.
Well, first of all, as you know, that the public finance at this stage is in a very difficult situation. So the way we like to do, basically, stop wasteful spending. This is one. Within this, make it transparent, make it demand driven. On the other side, as Professor Warsul Karim will describe, we have investment plan for the growth and other areas. But so that means we really have to balance it. One is what I would say, the wasteful spending part has to be curtailed, especially the big hemorrhages we have in the economy should be stopped. On the other hand, we really have to come up with the investment, especially in the business for private sector investment and for the government to invest in education, basic infrastructure, health and other services. So that's the balance we'd like to make. Thank you.
Thank you. May we now have the next question? We request the audience to make the question brief so that we can have the maximum time allocated to the presenter to present their view.
You have talked about governance.
Yes.
And one of the key elements of governance, good governance, is participation. Participation.
Participation.
By
yes.
the citizens. So, how would you ensure the participation of women
Yes.
at the highest decision-making level?
Okay.
And this is my question. And another question is, Are you committed to CEDAW and SGD?
Are you commit?
To CEDAW and SGD?
If you could spell out the full form for the
These are
audience.
my questions.
Okay. First one, I would like to mention that there will be full session on women development where we'll deal with the participation. So I will refer to that session. But the issue is, let me just summarize. More than 50% of Bangladesh population are women. We made improvement, of course, a lot. We lots to be done, especially in education. Now more girls are graduating from primary school, high school, SSC. And in undergraduate level, the proportion is becoming almost equal. So we made really big stride on that. But still there has to be a lot of things to be done. Second issue is the access to health services. That is a huge issue. We need to really improve access to health for all women, poor and area. Then the political participation is something we really have to improve further, really improve further, especially political participation at the local level as well as the national level. We need to really improve on that. I fully agree. And then of course, women, for them to participate, we really have to, I think it's a combination of many things. Education, at the same time opportunity and choice, and then finally give them the opportunity to participate in economic as well as the political space. So this is more of a general frame I am mentioning. There will be a detailed discussion on this in a specific, a full session on this issue.
Yeah,
Yes.
excuse me, I have a supplementary question here.
Please.
I mean, why hasn't Bangladesh Jamaat Islam nominated any women candidate?
Ma'am, I'm not sure I understood you properly.
No, my question is that Bangladesh Jamaat Islam has not given nomination to any women
Okay.
in the upcoming election.
I think this is for you. Nomination cannot deny. You answer, please.
Really, in principle, we don't have any problem and objection to nominate women in the direct election. You know, in the consensus committee, we passed some resolutions that if it is passed from next onward, every political party is bound to give 5%, at least 5% nomination for the women in a composition. Jamaat agreed on that. So, inshallah, gradually we will do it. Thank you very much.
We will take a few more questions. Yes.
Hello. My question is that, and thanks, Mr. Alamgir for nice presentations and covering many things. Hello. My question is that we have seen that during the last previous government, Jamaat Islami Minister of Industry, they focused on SME, small and medium enterprise in Bangladesh. We have seen that's the dream of that minister. But today I have observed that in this presentation, thanks the Amir Jamaat has covered in the SME in his brief talk, but in the macroeconomic policy, I think, what is this, your status, the focusing on SME, entrepreneurship, and particularly women entrepreneurship.
Okay.
That's the things we know that the last Jamaat minister started, but what is your policy to continue that? Thank you.
Thank you very much. I think
Can we request the honorable audience to remain silent so that we can pay full attention to the points made by the speaker?
let me start from the point that we would like to have shared prosperity, in the sense that all people, there should not be poor people, and there should be concentration of wealth. At the same time, as I mentioned, we will have investment throughout the country. Now, as you know, if you analyze any industry, you will see only few large one, few smaller, I mean the SME, and millions of micro enterprises in Bangladesh, in agriculture and non-agriculture area. And that has been mainly because of growing economy, at the same time access to finance. So with the next government, also I'd like to mention only 15% of all labor force work in formal businesses. 85% people work in informal sector. So our emphasis will be to support more and more micro enterprise, SMEs throughout the country, either in the agriculture sector or non-agriculture sector. For that, we have proposed that there should be planned urbanization opportunity in East Upazila. In support of that, of course, access to finance and other things will come. But issue is, we really have to, for the economy to turn quickly, we need to really emphasize on the micro enterprise and entrepreneurship, including women. As you know, Bangladesh, the land of microfinance, almost 95% of the borrowers are women. They are the one contributing in agriculture as well as other entrepreneurship. So we like to support that, and for that also you will mention in the skill development and entrepreneurship presentation, you will see we will prioritize women entrepreneurship in particular, and you will see throughout Bangladesh millions of women actually in business. So there will be more and more such initiative, at the same time help them to expand and gradually become larger and formal businesses. And we fully endorse that part. Especially for reduction of poverty, we must have much support for micro enterprises and SMEs throughout the country, irrespective of whether it is agriculture, industry or service sector. And we have detailed policy paper on that. And Dr. Ashikur Rahman will explain how we'll prioritize women in entrepreneurship, skill development as well as entrepreneurship. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. We are...
Hello. Assalamu alaikum. I am
question.
at the back
Last question.
of the room. Yeah. This is Professor Saifuddin Ahmed from Dhaka University. And I would like to thank the organizer to bring good governance and local government in their agenda of aspiring Bangladesh. So I would like to say something for your thought so that you can consider this in your aspiration. The main problem, one of the main problem of local government in Bangladesh is that it is an extended hand of central government.
Yes.
At Upazila level, it was a very good arrangement, but the 13 departments which were transferred to the Upazila level, but their boss sits in district or at central level. At this stage, the Upazila chairman, they don't have any opportunity to write SCR, which was previously annual confidential report. For example, the youth development officer of Upazila, he is accountable to the deputy director of youth development sitting in district. He is not accountable officially to the Upazila chairman. Even the UNO, he is accountable to the cabinet division, not to the Upazila chairman. So, to come out from this situation, we cannot make a complete accountable local government system. So that's why we call it an extended hand of central government. Another important local government entity is Paurushava, which is very much poor in terms of their fund. A small amount of ADP is given to Paurushava, but that is very inadequate. And in last 20 years, so many unions have been converted to Paurushavas without violating the law. So they become poor and poor.
Thank you.
So I would like to request the organizers to consider these issues while they will be in power to reform local government system. Thank you so much.
We are aware of it. Thank you very much, Professor. We are aware of these issues and we aspire to have a more strong local government in the future. But as I said, we will need consensus within the political system that we should have a permanent local government structure. Thank you, sir. But we are very much aware of these issues. Thank you.
I think we can accommodate a few more questions. Can we have the next question?
Thank you very much for the brilliant presentation by H. Haidar. I am very much impressed on your point that you are going to make the district towns as the hub of 4 opportunities, that is health, education, job opportunities and good healthy living opportunities. My question is to our political leader who is present here as a panelist, Dr. Syed Abdullah Mahmood Tahir, that are you confident that it is possible in a shortest possible time to make available all these facilities in district towns, and how it is possible with our limited expertise? We see there are educational institutes, hospitals in the districts, but they are not quality. And that's why people are coming to the capital city for education and for treatment. So how you are going to materialize these 4 points in district hospitals? Please encourage us. Thank you.
Before Dr. Tahir answers, let me say that the structure we propose is not, it's a aspirational long-term development plan, gradual, of course, subject to availability of resources. At the same time, we have detailed plan on health sector as well as education, but it will of course need longer term, not 5 years, much longer term to develop urban centers in all over the country. Thank you. Dr. Tahir, please.
Thank you very much. This is one of the vital issues in the health sector to address in our country. The Jamaat aims to develop a full-fledged, high-qualified expertise, good hospitals in the district level, so that people do not need to come to the capital city in Dhaka. And it is possible because now you know that the GDP in our budget in the health sector is only 4%. If Jamaat comes to power, we will allocate minimum 6 to 8% of the total budget in the health sector. If it is so, then it will be possible to establish good hospitals with good equipments and the expertise in the district level. And also we can ensure the minimum health services in the rural areas also. And this is one of the major agenda Jamaat will address if we are in power, inshallah. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
We'll increase the budget in the health sector.
Assalamu alaikum. আমি মেজর রিটায়ার্ড মোহাম্মদ আখতারুজ্জামান। আমি অনেক ধন্যবাদ দিচ্ছি আপনাকে সুন্দর প্রেজেন্টেশনের জন্য। আমার 2টি প্রশ্ন। প্রথম, আমরা হলো অ্যান্টি কারাপশন নিয়ে আমরা অনেক কথা বলি, সবারই কথা অ্যান্টি কারাপশন, কিন্তু আমরা অ্যান্টি কারাপশনটা কিভাবে দূর করব সেটার ব্যাপারে আমরা রাজনৈতিক সিদ্ধান্ত নেই না, আমরা সেটা দুদকের উপরে ছেড়ে দেই। দুদক তার নিম্নস্থ সরকারি কর্মচারীদের চালায়, যাদের সিনিয়ররাই করাপশনের প্রতি বেশি ইনভলভ, ফলে তারা করাপশনে কোনো রকম নিয়ন্ত্রণ আনতে পারে না। আমি জানতে চাইবো, আজকের এই নতুন সরকার যদি আসে, আমাদের ক্ষমতায় আসে, আপনারা কি রাজনৈতিক একটি দুদক তৈরি করবেন কিনা যারা সরকারি কর্মচারীদের উপরে নিয়ন্ত্রণ রাখতে পারবে? কারণ এই যে সবাই রাজনীতিবিদকে টার্গেট করে, সকল এনজিও থেকে নিয়ে সবাইকে নিয়ে, যে তারা করাপ্ট করে, কিন্তু মেইন করাপশনগুলো কিন্তু হয় এক্সিকিউটিভ লেভেলে, যারা কাজগুলো দায়িত্ব পালন করে। সেটা করবেন কিনা, এটা আমার বিনীত অনুরোধ। অ্যান্টি কারাপশন নিয়ে আমরা অনেক কথা বলছি, এটা চাই। দ্বিতীয় হলো, আমরা স্থানীয় সরকার নিয়ে কথা বলি, কিন্তু স্থানীয় সরকারে একমাত্র উপজেলা চেয়ারম্যান এবং ইউনিয়ন পরিষদ চেয়ারম্যান ছাড়া বাকি সব লোক কিন্তু সেন্ট্রাল গভর্নমেন্টের লোক। এমনকি ইউনিয়ন পরিষদের যে সেক্রেটারি, সে পর্যন্ত চেয়ারম্যানের কথা শুনে না, সে শুনে সেন্ট্রাল গভর্নমেন্টের কথা। আর বাজেটটা দেয় সেন্ট্রাল গভর্নমেন্ট। অনেকে বলে এমপিরা কেন যাবে, টাকাটা তো এমপিরা অ্যালট করে। বাজেট থেকে যখন টাকা অ্যালট করে, তখন সেই টাকাটার খোঁজ খবর নেওয়ার দায়িত্ব, নৈতিক দায়িত্ব সংসদ সদস্যের। সেখানে তাকে অবশ্যই দেখতে হবে তার উপজেলায় বা ইউনিয়ন পর্যায়ে যে টাকাটা বরাদ্দ করা হয়েছে সেটি সঠিক ব্যয় করছে কিনা। সেখানে এমপিদের একটা অন্যতম দায়িত্ব হতে হবে। আমার এমপি ভাই যিনি দাঁড়িয়েছেন, ওনাকে অনুরোধ করব, ইট ইজ ইউর ফান্ডামেন্টাল রাইট এন্ড ডিউটি যে আপনি যে টাকাটা বরাদ্দ দিবেন বাজেট থেকে,
সেই টাকাটা সঠিকভাবে ব্যয় হচ্ছে কিনা এটাকে আপনাকে নিশ্চিত করতে হবে। কারণ টাকাটা আসবে ন্যাশনাল বাজেট থেকে, বাই রেভিনিউ, বাই ট্যাক্সেশন, কিন্তু স্থানীয় সরকার চলবে অ্যাজ ইউ আর্ন। স্থানীয় সরকার চলবে অ্যাজ ইউ আর্ন, যেটা আপনি আয় করবেন সেটা ব্যয় করবেন। সেখান থেকে সেন্ট্রাল গভর্নমেন্ট থেকে সাবসিডি পাওয়ার কথা না স্থানীয় সরকারগুলোকে। এই সিস্টেমটাকে আপনারা কার্যকরী করবেন কিনা এটাই আমার বিনীত প্রশ্ন। ধন্যবাদ।
Thank you for your question. You raised two vital issues. One is empowering politicians to oversee whether the bureaucrats and local governments, they are running properly and not doing corruptions. And secondly, oversee in micro level, the MPs, the duties of the MPs, how to ensure corruption-free services and ensure that the allocation of budgets that are materialized and utilized for the people. I think the first question you asked, if we have a sustainable and accountable system, that will reduce definitely the level of corruption. Secondly, the elected members of the parliament, the representative of the government, people, if they are empowered to oversee whether corruption is occurring or whether accountability is there in place, that will also ensure the corruption is reducing. However, it also needs corruption-free politicians is in place. If we elect corrupt people or corrupt politicians as our leader, MPs, and then we expect from them that they will oversee and reduce the corruption, that will not happen. So we need a sustainable system to oversee and reduce the level of corruption. At the same time, we need honest leaders. Secondly, I think there should be decentralization of power. As I mentioned in my panel discussion, we have a system for last 15 years, or I think more than that, that the MPs, they are like local lords. They oversee everything. The budgets are allocated through them, and because of that centralization of power that has been constitutionalized in the 15th Amendment, the Prime Minister and the MPs, they are given so much power that make them absolute corrupt. I think we should have a shift and we should have a balance of power. Local governments, they should have some responsibilities. As one of our distinguished guests mentioned, the local chairmen, they don't write ACR of the local government. That is not a good practice. I think the local governments, they should be given more responsibilities and they should be empowered. At the same time, the representative of the people, they should have some sort of responsibility to oversee whether the bureaucrats and the local governments, whether they are functioning properly, and accountability should be there. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum. This is Dr. Hafiz Abdur Rahman. I'm a professor of electrical and computer engineering at North-South University. I have a question especially related to the science and technology. As we know, we are a country relying mostly on remittance and labor-oriented economy. To move forward and to develop this country, the role of science and technology is essential. Basically, presently our per capita income is like $3,000 per year. But unless we move to the research and innovation-based economy or country, we cannot go to the level of like $10,000 per year income status. So what is your vision? Because I haven't seen anyone of the panelists came from the science or engineering background, so it could be a general question. Yes, I saw the lady there, but she is talking about women empowerment, not related to science and technology. So as such, my question is, what is your vision? Because this is a time when world is evolving too fast in technology and science-driven economy and system. So how you see to encourage or integrate science and technology in coming days Bangladesh?
Thank you very much. Okay, thank you for raising it. Just small point. I'm an electrical engineer by training. So anyway, issue is we have developed a policy paper on education and training separately, but I fully agree with you. Without science, technology and language skill, we cannot really transform our country into a really productive as well as a productive economy. So you will see in our policy paper on education, you will see we are giving utmost importance even in the primary education, secondary education on STEM courses, science, technology, engineering, math subjects, plus English language. That will be the emphasis for whole secondary education. At the same time, we will be proposing to modify, reform our undergraduate programs more and more on professional degrees, which are, through our education system, we like to create skilled manpower that have marketable skill, that means within Bangladesh and outside Bangladesh. So we'll give utmost importance on science and technology, and that will be the focus for our education reform program. Thank you for bringing it. STEM is the way of life plus language. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I'm from here, Eastern corner.
Thank you so much. We will have to end the question and answer session.
Okay. I'm Kamruzzaman from TRT World, Turkish television channel. May I ask the question?
Yes,
very
please.
briefly.
Probably the last one for this session.
Okay,
Yes,
okay.
please.
I'm asking. Thank you so much. Actually, we saw an authoritarian regime of nearly 17 years, and that regime was dethroned. And at that time, Jamaat Islami was cornered hugely, and the main blame placed by the ousted government was that this is a radical political party. And even most of the top leaders of Jamaat Islami were hanged. And now the top leaders of Awami League, mostly they are from in different countries, and they have laundered huge money. They're using that money in appointing lobbyists to build up that narrative according to some reports or information. So what's the preparation of Jamaat? Because still, if there is information or there is propaganda that Jamaat is a radical Islamist party, so how can you address this issue before the upcoming national election? Thank you very much.
Okay, I'll just summary. Mr. Amir of Jamaat Islami explained his vision for the country. The vision is, and also in my presentation I clearly mentioned that this is a republic. We have 180 million people of different strata of life. So we like to have we are proposing a development strategy for all, and we said that the good government is the number one. We'll invest so that everybody, the poverty is eradicated as soon as possible, and this will be every citizen of Bangladesh, irrespective of their ethnicity, irrespective of religion, irrespective of any other segregation whatever it is, we like to give everybody equal opportunity so that at the same time we are saying that we will be investing so that the economic growth is there, so that every citizen can participate in that growth and have a dignified life. You see, so it's radical in the sense that we are talking about everybody. So there is no reason to think that our policies will be for a particular group. It will be a development strategy for all citizens, spread throughout the country, irrespective of religion, caste, faith, or any other thing. And unity will be the cornerstone of development. We would like to have a unified country, agree on prosperity, democracy, and dignity. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Can we ask and humbly request Dr. Devopriyo Bhattacharya to add his valuable remarks in this session? Please.
তাই তো এখন তো ওনাকে বলতে বলছে না শেষ এখানে
Yes. Can we have his remarks to this session? Thank you.
So, okay, I think let's
If
finish
any-
this session, okay? Okay, thank you very much. Are you? Oh,
Good morning. I speak in English.
yes.
Okay, good morning. Let me compliment you and your colleagues for that fine presentation and providing this governance framework. I have followed it with great interest. But having done these things over the years in Bangladesh, I have had these two particular issues with this. What is now important is not so much identifying the aspiration, but to talk about the delivery mechanism. Because most of us will agree on all the lofty ideas which has been put forward. We have a national consensus on that. But the challenge is to distinguish itself on the delivery of these issues. One of the important part, of course, is the reform, the structural issues, which the incomplete reforms we have till now, how you are going to continue with them in the future, the continuity and predictability of the reform process, this is one. The other part is that all these programs usually come from the demand side. What we don't see as an economist, the supply side, and the supply side are the resources. So how much all these things are going to cost? The costing becomes a major issue. And how do you face it given the very low fiscal space of the country and the indebtedness situation as it stands? So my humble question is that, do you have a delivery plan? And do you know how much it is going to cost you? All these things which you have just promised this morning. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I think this will be nice transition from my framework to next presentation where you will see the cost issue. And I fully agree that we have very weak institution to deliver. That has to be across the board. We need to improve institutional capacity, but the cost of each program within the limited macro situation, I think Professor Wasil Karim will give some numbers in the next presentation. Thank you very much. But I fully agree with you. That's what we have seen over the years. Ideas are there, but we need to implement them, deliver them. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. With that, we will end this excellent, lively interaction with our audience. Can we have the closing remarks?
No, thank you.
No. So we are going to go to a tea break, which will start from now and end at 11:05 a.m. Then we will go on to the next session, session 2, promoting prosperity, economy, business and investment. The third session should be youth employment policy to delivery. The fourth session would be delivering on equity, women and in action. The fifth one shall be education for the future, policy for change. And the last one shall be health matters, policy for transformation. The second session, as we said, would begin from 11:05 a.m. Till then, we are going to enjoy a short tea break. Thank you.